I usually like to get it on camera, but that's cool. Okay, so round 2. I'm playing James. James has brought an interesting little combination of Imperial Fist and Crimson Fist, or were they running ink and black? Oh, interesting.
Well, it's painted up that way. I'm just running Imperial Fist, though.
Alright. But in any case, so our mission is the table corners here. We're having kill points as purge the alien, and then we both have an objective. Mine is sitting in here, his is sitting way back there in that bolstered terrain with those Thunderfire cannons. Here's how I've deployed. Over here, he's got some scouts and some land speeder storms. He's got some Centurions with his brand new Codias, thanks to the Inquisition Codex. He's got a 10-man scout squad back there holding that one. He's got a whole bunch of stuff sitting on the side and those beautiful, wonderful Thunderfire cannons. James, would you care to steal?
I'm going to try.
He's going to try. And he does not.
And let's Codia's reroll.
Okay, here we go, here we go. Nope.
Not that time.
Alright, so Tal turn 1. Okay, so turn 1, basically I focus fired over here and took out all 3 of the scout transports and one of the units over here, putting me up at 4-0 kill points, but that's going to change here in a minute. I also dumped a ton of wounds into here, took 1 Centurion out, and he's down to wounds on each of the others. Moving on to his first turn. Okay, so the end of James's turn 1, he basically annihilated the entire broadside squad. I do have my commander still left. Farsight took a wound. He dropped his buddies in the drop pod here, who are going to see a lot of fire on the next turn. No, they still need to take a check. And he ended up trying to charge the Riptide and learn what supporting fire is all about, and ended up losing combat over there. Moving on to my turn 2. Okay, so end of my second turn, basically every unit over here took his Warlord and the unit that was out over here, and it took pretty much every unit to do it. They made a whole bunch of man saves. And over here, we ended up, the Riptide helped me take out the last of the Centurions, so that squad's down. The Scout squad over here is down to a single Marine. And that is about it, but he's got some flyers here, and come on, it's going to make my life some fun. So, moving on to his turn 2. Okay, so James' second turn, basically his 2 guys came in here and dumped a ton of wounds into my Riptide. He's down to 1 left. Thunderfire Cannon did some damage over here, and he thinned and kind of got together over there. Moving on to my third turn. Okay, so the end of my third turn, between the Riptide here and the Wave Serpent here, we ended up taking out the 1 Talon. I turbo boosted and moved all the way over with my Wave Serpents over here and over here to put some pressure over here. Assaulted here and only put 1 hull point on the here. The epic battle was over here between Codias and my Riptide. We ended up going Simo and basically punked each other out in an epic battle. Moving on to his turn 3. So, James's third turn, he came in, he took out some of the Fire Warriors here, and between that and the Stormbolter, they made that squad break and run. Beyond that, he fired his sniper rifles over here into the Wave Serpent and missed. He managed to take out the Riptide here, drop that thing down to hover, so I'm curious as to how that's going to work out next turn. Moving on to my turn 4. Okay, so to sum up my 4th turn, basically I took a whole point off of this, it's pretty much about it there. He made his saves all day long over here. I killed Junior back there, who was the last remaining scout over here, and I ended up killing the drop pod. Moving on to his 4th turn. So James' 3rd turn, we determined that was 3. Basically, he peppered off some wounds over here, sitting on the objective, and he killed the fire dragons over there. Trying to speed up, but moving on to probably our 4th and final turn. Finish up the 4th of my turn. Basically, shot over here and missed. Took a wound off of that Thunderfire Cannon and killed that Thunderfire Cannon over there, but I am going to need the damn Tech Marine for the kill point. We'll end up tooling it up later, but we'll see how it goes. Moving on to his final turn. Alright, so James in the last ditch effort actually made it really, really close. The big one here is these guys made 3 6-up cover saves to hang on to there. He pulled off. You want to try another turn?
10 minutes. Dude, we've only got like a few units each.
Okay, we'll do another turn.
Oh, we had 12 minutes.
We had 12. Long story short, he blew up one of the Wave Serpents here and killed them. We'll move on to my last turn. Okay, so I wanted to sum up my game with James. I started off with a very early lead. I took out those Land Speeder Storms and the Scout Squads that were in them. And that put me up early, 6-0, 6-1. Towards the end, though, his Flyers came on, made the game a lot closer than I probably should have let it. He did really well. In the end, I ended up coming up with a 9-8 lead in the primary, which gave me the win. He did have secondaries because he had that scout squad that was in ruins that I was never going to get out of there by shooting. So, ended up with a great game, really close. He learned a little something about supporting fire, in that he had an option early in the game where he could have assaulted the Wave Serpent or one of my Riptides, and he chose the Riptides, and he wasn't aware of the supporting fire rule, and he learned it really quick. So in the end, turned out to be a great game. I'm sure the next time I play him, it's going to be a lot different. Thanks a lot, James. Good game.